Unbelievable. We're at Brickell City Center and we're gonna check out a rooftop bar that we've been wanting to check out here in Brickell called Sugar, which is on the 40th floor of the East Miami Hotel. And we're trying to get there before happy hour ends, which is like in half an hour. So let's see if we can make it for happy hour. So we have been wanting to check out this one spot here in Miami called Sugar, which is a very popular rooftop bar. It is inside of the East Miami Hotel in Brickell and it is 40 floors up to the rooftop. We had been wanting to check it out because we saw an article about it on TimeOut Miami. Pockets of Asian-inspired gardens help set the zen mood, though it's the flowing breeze that'll really put you at ease. Known for its swank crowd and high-priced drinks, Sugar recently introduced a daily happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. that includes 2-for-1 deals on signature drinks, rosés, and wines. We thought it would be cool to check out a Miami rooftop bar that is going to be able to show all the views of Miami and by the ocean, and it's definitely one of those, like, I think a really cool tourist location spot, and even for locals. So the first thing we noticed was that when we got there, we went through the Miami City Center Mall that's connected to it, and we kept trying to enter through there. Oh, we're kind of confused about how to get there, because this is where we're going, but these elevators don't. So now we're in this elevator and it says East Miami is levels 2 and 3. So let's see if this is right. We are confused. Then all the doors were locked, so then we had to walk out of the mall and go through the main entrance of the hotel. So apparently we have to go out into the street and go through the main entrance of the hotel, which the guy we asked said that they used to have the doors open here. Now you have to do it that way. So
maybe before the whole COVID thing, maybe it was possible. I'm not sure. But
right, I think during this time they changed it up. So that just took away like an extra 10-15 minutes that you could have been there already for happy hour, because it ends like at 6 and it is like 5:30. So let's see if we get lucky. Okay, so here's the hotel. The elevators are really cool. That was the first thing that I was excited about, because like the elevator looks like you're in space or something. It looks like stars. Like it's cool. You never really see that very often. I thought that was a nice little touch. Ah, this is the famous elevator that I had heard about. Isn't this cool? We're about to time travel 40 floors up. Oh, the ears popped. 40 floors up is real thing. Obviously you have to wear a mask, and we did see a group of girls who tried to get in without a mask on and they told them no and they had to leave. So for sure, no mask, no entry.
Yeah. But
then once we got up there, we had to switch to camera phone because they saw me film with the camera and said that once we went outside, we could not use the camera.
Right.
Which I don't really understand, because if we can use the phone's camera, I don't see why we can't use the camera. But I guess they don't want us vlogging, maybe. So then I didn't feel comfortable vlogging there. So that's why we have to film this afterwards, because we couldn't really explain or talk our experience out. Once we got up there, we realized like it really is beautiful. It's a very like garden-esque vibe, very like fairy tale looking. I like how all the tables are isolated and it's a lot of greenery, a lot of like trees and bushes, and it kind of isolates you a little bit wherever you're at. So certain areas are kind of closed off with more bushes and more trees, and it kind of makes you feel like, I don't know, private. Yeah. But then of course there are tables in the center of the rooftop where you really don't get the view of Brickell. Right. You're getting like the view of the inside of the location. But if you're sitting on the outside areas, which we got lucky and got to get a table sitting outside, like sitting at the border, then you can actually see the view, and it's perfect because you can see the ocean, and it's a very nice view of Miami. And they are doing well with practicing social distancing. I mean, all the tables are very far apart from each other, so it is a good spot for that. So when we first got there, another thing that they told us was that it was a $75 minimum per person. Yeah. But she ended up being nice and told us that we could sit at a table that was luckily perfect view, but that we had to be there for only an hour. Right. But we didn't have to spend $75 minimum.
We showed up for happy hour.
I think that was why. But we showed up late for happy hour.
Yes, so I don't know.
We showed up like around 5:40.
I'm assuming during 4 to 6 during happy hour that there isn't, you know, a minimum.
I have a feeling that if you got there at 4 or 5, you probably could sit anywhere. But once it turns closer to 6, they expect like for you to have like a full dinner, I guess, or
to spend at least 75.
Right, to spend 75. So just
per person.
Per person. So that's definitely like something to note. Although we actually almost ended up spending about 75.
We did.
But we didn't expect that at first. We weren't planning on it. We were just gonna get like a drink each or two and then one appetizer and that was it. And we ended up splurging a little bit more. But we were like, this is a one-time experience. We're up here, let's just enjoy it. So we ended up getting the 2-for-1 deal for happy hour. The drinks are definitely Asian inspired, so is the food. A lot, they even dress Asian inspired. They're very trying to go for that like Zen feeling. I guess that's why the whole rooftop looks like a garden. The drinks are on the pricey side, but pretty standard for Brickell. Yeah, I think.
I would say so. I don't think there was anything cheaper than $16 when it comes to drinks.
Right, yeah. 16 was like the cheapest, 17. So then there was a drink called OU Fancy that I ended up getting. That was the $23 option. So it was more expensive, but you're gonna get a buy one, get one free option. Then I'm gonna go for the most expensive option so I get the most bang in my buck. So technically, yes, it was $23, but you got 2 drinks for that price, so I thought it was worth it. The OU Fancy drink had cognac, champagne, elderflower liqueur, pomegranate, and citrus. And one thing I definitely noticed about all the drinks is that they're very fresh, very, like, you could tell they don't put any,
but they're probably using good quality alcohol and, you know.
And ingredients. Like, if it says citrus, it's not like they just poured some orange juice. It's like they actually mashed up citrus, you know. So I think that's something to note, that if you are paid more, but you're probably getting a little bit more love.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope you're getting more love, you know.
I think you are getting more love in your drink than you would at a standard bar in Miami, so just saying.
I got the Inaperable Behavior, which was mezcal, Aperol, citrus, and egg white.
Yeah. And what did you think of that one?
I liked it. Yeah, it was good.
No, all the drinks that we tried were
the mezcal gave it a smokiness to it. That was cool.
Yeah.
But
I tried your drink and it was smoky.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah. We did end up getting a second round of drinks. I ended up getting the East of Miami. It had gin, green tea, fresh ginger, and citrus. And then you ended up getting something very similar to my drink. What was it called?
It was the single mariachi.
Okay.
Single malt whiskey, mezcal, honey, fresh ginger, citrus, egg white.
To me, it tasted like the same drink, practically.
Yes, but yours was, I think, a tad bit better, maybe?
I think that because it had ginger and citrus in both, that was the standout flavor in both, and I just kind of tasted both and was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. But yours had that underlying smoky taste because of the mezcal. I would definitely recommend the OU Fancy though. So when it comes to food, the first thing we ended up ordering under the small plates section was the sashimi, and that was $28, which
that should be called OU Fancy.
That's the fanciest thing we got. But also sashimi is expensive in general, but more expensive when at Brickell.
we don't you know,
we don't typically go and eat sashimi normally,
Yeah.
but we thought we were being fancy, so we got sashimi. And I will say it was very good.
It was good?
It was kind of worth it.
We did enjoy it, that's all that matters.
It was good, yeah.
This is bad.
You don't know how to use chopsticks. I don't either. Just gonna try our best. When you look at the small plates, there are some that caught my attention. We almost ordered the bang bang shrimp because I kind of wanted to go for that. And then I was also looking at the spring rolls, but then we ended up going for something that I saw. I kept seeing people post pictures of it on Yelp. So I figured this must be a good dish. So we ended up picking the boneless Korean chicken wings that have like some type of sauce.
Gochujang.
Okay. That sauce was a little overwhelming. It was spicy, but I would say that the only complaint is that it's too saucy.
It just, I guess because it's a fried chicken, a lot of sauce can really like hide in there and stick in different crevices, and you bite into it and you're like, whoa, I got like
it's a lot of sauce. And those were $16. And it came with about 5.
Yeah, I wish it was 6, but sure.
You know, overpriced, but you know. We also ended up getting the Thai beef satay, and that was the best thing we tried. Yeah. That has leek, kaffir lime, crispy shallot, spicy tamarind sauce. And it came on a Himalayan sea salt rock. which was very
Right,
cool.
yeah.
We haven't seen that very often in restaurants where they serve little skewers basically on top of a rock of salt. But I thought that was really good, and the meat was very tender and very good.
I don't remember there being a sauce. You think they forgot to bring out the sauce?
Oh yeah, there was no sauce.
It said spicy tamarind sauce.
Oh, maybe it was...
There was no sauce.
Maybe they had to put on the side.
Unless the sauce was on it and we just didn't notice it. But I'm 99% sure there was no sauce.
It was just like tender meat.
It was good, but
it was good.
Apparently maybe we actually missed out on something. Whoops.
Oops. It was good. We enjoyed it though.
It was good.
We tried to stick around a little longer so we could see the sunset and for it to get dark outside, but it just wasn't. It was taking a while. We had been there for like what, 2 hours?
Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
It was almost 2 hours that we were there, and we were kind of just like ready to go, but then the sun wasn't setting yet. We were kind of waiting, so we didn't stay long enough to see it turn into night.
Well, but we saw it get dim. It was about 7:30.
But there was still
we're close.
sun.
All we had to wait was 20 minutes, but we're over it. We're ready to go.
I will say that I can imagine that place.
Oh, I'm sure it's beautiful.
That view must be gorgeous at night. So.
And unfortunately, our day was a bit gloomy, a lot of dark clouds.
Yeah, we were worried it was gonna rain, so we got lucky that it did not rain.
It was nice. Probably wasn't the perfect day, but
well, better than it being hot.
And better than getting poured on and
it didn't rain.
Everything get canceled.
Yeah, the gloomy sky is better than rain. So
sure, yeah.
We got lucky there, because if it does rain, that is a good question that I had.
Yeah.
What happens? Because everybody is on a rooftop. So especially right now during social distancing and all this, I don't expect everyone to gather together under the bar that had a slight roof. So I don't know what would happen. And if everybody ran inside at the same time, same thing. So I don't know how they would handle that. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know what rooftop bars do now when it rains. How do they control people from getting into a giant cluster together?
Right.
But overall, I will say, obviously it's a little bit pricey.
But when you go to
Brickell is just like that.
You know you're gonna spend money. We went for happy hour, so we tried to save money.
Right. I think that if you are visiting Miami and you want, well, first of all, if you're gonna go to Brickell at all, if you're visiting Miami, you should check out Brickell. And if you are at Brickell, then you might as well check this spot out. It is at least nice to go from between 4 to 6 p.m. You can go up the elevator, experience the galactic elevators, and then get to see the view of Miami, take some pictures up there, get your 2-for-1 deal of the drinks, maybe get one appetizer or something, and then you can continue your night and go somewhere else and have dinner somewhere else. It's up to you. But I will say, this is a cool spot for girls, for example, to have a girls' night out and they want to have like a nice little spot somewhere to go to at night where the view is beautiful, you want to take pictures and have, drinks. I think this is a cool spot for that, but I don't see us going back anytime soon.
Probably not.
Also, it's not necessarily a restaurant. It is a restaurant, there's food, but it's all appetizery, shareable bites. It's not like a restaurant where you get like a full meal.
You're there for the view at the end of the day, You're
there for the view, you're there for the drinks. And the shareable bites, which are good. Also, we tried calling ahead of time for reservations, and that did not go through. I tried calling several times. I left a voicemail. I even emailed the email that they left to contact, and they never emailed me back. So I don't know how reservations work. I guess you just have to be lucky, or if you actually get through.
Or you got the wrong number. Who knows? I don't know.
No, it's on their website.
Because there's a lady there on the phone at the front talking to people. So I have no clue. Maybe you call a hotel and they transfer you up to the... Maybe. I don't know. But,
true, you could try calling the hotel.
Right.
But reservations was kind of tricky. They do not have their own separate Instagram, so I thought about DMing them on Instagram, but the Instagram is under East Miami, the hotel.
Right.
So then I didn't want to like DM the hotel to ask about reservations. So the point is, we got lucky because we went during happy hour, and I do think that if you go during happy hour, you're probably likely to find a good spot because there was only like 2 or 3 people up there with us. Yeah, it was pretty empty. I'm sure on a Friday night, on a Saturday night, I'm sure it's different on those days. And I will say, if you're concerned about social distancing, this spot is good for that. The tables are very far apart. You're outside, so you're already in a better position than being inside. So, and again, the view is gorgeous and nothing really compares to that when it comes to a typical bar in Miami. So I will say it's worth it just to get some really nice pictures up there, and especially if you're a tourist and you're checking out Miami for the first time. It seems like a cool spot to check out. If you guys have any requests of other spots that you want us to check out in here in Miami, we would love to go back into going to check out places after being stuck at home for so long. We're trying to get back out there again. So any suggestions or any specific requests, if you want us to see sushi bars, if you want us to see more cocktail bars, let us know, because we're open to trying new things.
Toodaloo!